This is going to be a video on how to absolutely maximize your Capital One Venture X card. I'm sure you've heard of all the amazing benefits that this card has to offer, but let's go over how to milk every single benefit and how we can get way more value than just $395. Let's get started. Perk number one, using your points for business class or first class flights. Now, if you want to really maximize your Capital One points, the absolute best way is to transfer them out to different airline partners and try to find award bookings for business class flights. For example, here's a flight that I found from New York to Paris that would generally cost you anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 for this business class booking, but instead you can just use 50,000 Capital One miles after you transfer them out to Air France. Now, to find these flights, all you have to use is a search tool like seats.aero or pointsci.com. Basically, you just type in your destination, where you want to go, and it'll tell you all the information that you need to book these flights, which airlines have those flights, how many credit card points you need, and how to transfer them out to different partners. I'm a huge fan of seats.aero because you can be really broad with your travel destinations. For example, you don't have to put LAX to NRT to Tokyo, just one airline destination. You can put something like USA to Japan, and it'll give you the combination of every single airport that comes from the United States to every single airport that goes to Tokyo. So that's exactly what I did for Paris in this example. I just put USA to Paris, and it gave me this listing for Air France for 72,000 points business class. Then I'll simply make an account with Air France, look up New York to Paris, redeem miles, and boom, I could find it right here. I actually found one for only 50,000 points rather than 72,000 points, and I know that because seats.aero told me that they have flights available. Now, if you want a step-by-step tutorial on how I personally book these flights and how I find them, make sure to check out this video right here. It is a very detailed video with a lot of examples. Maximizing your Capital One miles is probably the most important thing you can do if you want to maximize your card, which is why it's at the #1 spot in this video. Booking these business class flights literally gives you thousands, literally thousands of dollars in value, and that's going to beat that $395 annual fee for sure. Perk number two, maximizing your $300 travel credit. Now, the main benefits of this card is that it comes with a $300 travel credit and 10,000 anniversary miles, equaling to around $400 of free travel when the annual fee is $395, so you net basically $5. Now, we already went over the best way to use those 10,000 miles, but what about that $300 travel credit? For the travel credit, the absolute best way to use this credit is to use it on the Premier Collection or the Lifestyle Collection when you book a hotel through the Capital One travel portal. So let me explain. Let's look at this hotel in Kyoto. When you book it under the Lifestyle Collection under the Capital One travel portal, you get really nice comps. You get a $50 dining credit, you get early check-in, late checkout, and my favorite, you get a complimentary room upgrade. This room would be $388, but if you subtract that $300 travel credit, it would only cost you now $88. So for an $88 room, you get a really nice luxury stay, you get early check-in, late checkout, you get a $50 food credit, sometimes even free drinks, and you get a room upgrade. So you basically get like $300 plus anywhere from like $100 to $150 in value just because you booked it through the Lifestyle Collection. So in this situation, that $300 is worth way more than $300. It's probably worth up to like $450 because of the free comps that Capital One gives you. And on top of all that, Capital One actually does something very special that no other credit card travel portal does. They price match. So if you found this room cheaper on another site, let's say Expedia, for example, for like, let's say $30 cheaper, you just call Capital One and say, hey, Expedia is showing this exact room, but for $30 cheaper, what can you do? They will reimburse you that $30 because of the difference in price, and you get that as a travel credit. Unfortunately, it's not straight cash to you. It's just gonna be in a Capital One travel credit. See, the reason why this is important is because most credit card companies, when they have these extra benefits, they actually add it on to the price of your room, which means it's not really free, you're paying for it. But with Capital One, because they price match, this is not the case with Capital One. See, if you price match and you find a cheaper price, that would be the original cost of the room, and you still get the benefits for the original cost of the room. So let's look at this example. On the Capital One travel portal, this would be $388 per night, but if I looked on Expedia, it would only be $337 per night, meaning I would have to pay for that $50 dining credit basically, but because I price matched to that cheaper $337 room, I don't have to pay it, and it really is free on Capital One's travel portal. So since I found this booking for $337, I have a difference of $51 compared to that $388. I'm just gonna call Capital One's price match center and they'll reimburse me $51 in travel credits. This way I can get all the upgrades while paying the same exact price I would on Expedia with 0 upgrades. So to sum it up, use that $300 travel credit on the Premier Collection or the Lifestyle Collection, get all those free comps from Capital One. Then you want to price match that room to something that you could find on either like Google or Expedia, get that travel credit back, and boom, you just completely maximize that $300 travel credit. Perk number 3, 5 Priority Pass memberships. The Venture X card actually comes with 5 Priority Pass memberships with one single Venture X card, and let me show you how you do that. If you don't know, Priority Pass is basically like this lounge pass where you can go to like a whole bunch of lounge networks all around the world. They kind of suck in America, but there's just some decent ones here in America, like in Vegas, some in California and New York. You can actually access the Chase Sapphire lounges once per year with the Priority Pass, which is pretty cool. It's like, that's a really expensive lounge to get into. Now, the Venture X card allows for 4 free authorized users. Usually when you have a really premium credit card, you have to pay for authorized users, but with the Venture X card, you can literally get 4 for free. And what's special about these 4 authorized users is that they each specifically get their own Priority Pass membership. So you basically add an authorized user to your Venture X card. When their card arrives, you just sign up for Priority Pass using their card, and boom, now you have 2. And you just need to repeat that 3 more times if you want all 5 Priority Pass memberships. I personally have given authorized users to my friends, my family, so they can use the lounges even without me being there. And also keep in mind that Priority Pass allows you to bring 2 free guests every time you go in. So basically 5 memberships allows you to bring 15 people to these lounges, you and 2 guests per person. That is insane. And to top it all off, each individual user gets to go to the Capital One lounges, which are top notch. They are really nice. And just like Priority Pass, you can bring 2 free guests. So basically another 15 people to these Capital One lounges. There's some in Dallas, Denver, and I believe Washington, DC. These are some of the best lounges I've ever been to. So if you live in Denver, Dallas, or Washington, DC, I think this card is a no-brainer to get because you get access to those lounges and the food there is actually super good. I think Capital One has the best food out of all the lounges, way better than the Amex Centurion lounges, I will say. They got these like little brisket burgers, pretty good, and they got like a lot of free drinks there. So Capital One lounges are the way to go. I live in California. I don't really have a lounge here, but anytime I'm in Dallas or Denver, the first thing I'm doing is I'm trying to get a layover so I can go to the freaking lounges and enjoy like a nice beer and some brisket sandwiches. Perk number 4, Capital One Dining. Now this is a perk I feel like no one seems to be talking about, so I decided to check it out and see if there were any hidden benefits. And there definitely was. So apparently Capital One has a lot of partner restaurants all over the world. There's actually a lot here in LA where they give you free food, free appetizers, and free desserts. Amazing. I love free things. All you have to do is go to the dining portal on the Capital One app, search up the restaurants or search up your area, and it'll give you a list of all the restaurants affiliated with Capital One. Now, what you have to do is you have to find those restaurants that have those two little stars on it. I'll kind of show you what it looks like right here. Basically, that's the exclusive option. So if you book through that, it doesn't cost you anything extra. All you have to do is find that exclusive option, book your time, book your stay, and on your stay with the restaurant, they will give you a lot of free things. For us, I think we got 2 free drinks. We got an appetizer and a dessert on the house. All we ordered was basically a pizza, I think. We just got a pizza and everything else was free. We were like stuffed and we paid like $30 for that pizza, but we got like dessert, drinks, and we got appetizers as well. It was amazing. So one of my favorite restaurants here is called Rosso Blue. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like a pasta joint here in LA. But basically the way it worked, we just booked it online and we found those 2 little exclusive star things. And when they came in, they like basically just said, welcome from like to Capital One Dining. We'll just get you seated. And as you get seated, we're just gonna bring you some little goodies. And we didn't really know what to do if we had to ask for it, but they just kind of knew right away. And they gave it to us like on the house, and they just kind of served it to us as the dinner kind of went along. But yeah, like I said, I think we paid $30 for that pizza, but we got at least $100 in food, which was just perfect. So Capital One dining is actually really broken. If you have the chance to try it, and if you could find those 2 little exclusive stars, I really recommend you to try it. Apparently a lot of people online have had the same experience. I didn't even know about this, so I'm really glad I found this out. On our date nights, I'm definitely going to be using this perk again. So like I said, I did do my research on like Reddit to see other people's experiences. Some people will say that they got it, some people say that they don't got it, and I guess it just really depends on the restaurant you go to. But I see a majority of the people on that thread though, they got the perks, they got the free appetizers and drinks. And so yeah, I love Russell Blue here in LA, and now I know that whenever I book it through the Capital One portal, I'm gonna get a lot of free stuff. So definitely try out this perk, and let me know down in the comments below if it worked for you, if you got an extra dessert or anything. Perk 5, Capital One shopping. As of December 3rd, 2024, Capital One is just giving away basically a $45 gift card whenever you sign up for Capital One shopping. All you have to do is make an account with Capital One shopping and add it as an extension to your Google Chrome or whatever browser that you use. After you do that, they just send you a little link where you can sign up for it. You could just buy basically a $45 gift card, and that's exactly what I did. I don't really buy many things, so I just gave it to my fiance. Hey, $45 extra for a gift card. I don't even know what she bought, but it's great. It's 45 free dollars. Now, usually this is a $20 kind of incentive, but I think it's the holidays right now. So if you do it right now, you can get 45 free dollars on Capital One. Pretty amazing. Now, I think Capital One shopping is just like a automatic coupon thing like Honey. You just basically go to like a store and it says like, oh, there's like 3 coupons here. Pretty basic, but hey, I'm just really in it for that $45. And yeah, I got it. But yeah, I figured my fiance would be much better with that $45 credit because I never really buy anything. I swear there's always an Amazon package in front of my house because she just orders so many things. I think she's sleeping right now, so you know, she can't really hear this, but I'm sure she'll see this video later. Perk 6, Hertz President Circle status. Now, the Venture X card comes with the highest status that you can get at Hertz, which is going to be President Circle. With President Circle, you basically get to skip the line, you get priority access to all the nicest cars, and you can add an additional driver for free. And not many people know this, but you can actually status match President Circle to many other car companies, giving you much more variety. Now, to activate this perk, you have to go to the benefits tab in your app, find the President Circle tab, and sign up for it using your Venture X card. And boom, you now have President Circle status, which is really nice whenever you rent a car out, especially in somewhere like Hawaii where you definitely need to be driving. That's how I got this convertible, and it was so nice to drive a really nice convertible, feel that nice tropical wind in your hair. Perfect. Perk 7, TSA Precheck and Global Entry. Now, like many other travel credit cards, the Venture X card comes with a $120 Global Entry / TSA Precheck credit, which is really, really nice when you travel. Just go to your benefits, find the Global Entry tab, and it's going to take you to this link where you go to the Trusted Traveler program. You basically have to find the Global Entry tab, click enroll in that one, and then you basically have to fill out an application, and you're going to have to pay $120, but you want to use the Venture X card to pay for that $120, and it will be reimbursed to you within 2 or 3 days. So once you go to the website, it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to fill out this application, and then after you've done all that correctly, then you're just gonna have to get something called conditionally approved, which means you're approved, but you just need one more step. You need to get an interview with the customs agent at the airport. Now, keep in mind, if you are here in LA, good luck finding that interview because there are no appointments ever available. So the way to get it is that you have to come back from international travel. There's going to be like this little booth where you can go to get like this really short interview. After you meet with that customs person, they just ask you questions like, what do you do? How long you've been a citizen for? And then they'll just approve you. So the next time you go to like international travel, that's when you can have Global Entry. Just a note of caution here, never just buy TSA Precheck because TSA Precheck does not come with Global Entry. You always want to buy Global Entry because Global Entry comes with TSA Precheck, and that is a way better deal, and you'll get fully reimbursed for it. So yeah, once you have Global Entry, man, you cannot go back. I think you have it for 4 years after you're approved for it after that interview. But it is so nice to just leave customs and not have to do that little show them your passport and wait in that 10-minute line. It literally just takes like 30 seconds and you're gone. Perk number 8, use all of your protections. The Venture X card is actually a Visa card, meaning it comes with all the Visa Infinite protections, which are really good. With the Visa Infinite protections, you get primary auto rental coverage, travel accident insurance, trip cancellation insurance, no foreign transaction fees, cell phone protection, lost luggage reimbursement, extended warranty protection, purchase protection, return protection, and trip delay reimbursement protection. Now, there is a lot of fine print with these protections. They come with a lot of stipulations, but a lot of the times those stipulations actually do happen. To use these protections, you have to file a claim on the Visa Infinite website, and it's a pretty simple process. You just have to look it up on Google. So just type into the Google machine Visa Infinite claims, and it'll give you a step-by-step instructions on what they need from you in order to prove that you really need to file this claim. And I actually did file a claim this year and it went through. My sister-in-law got a pot and she ruined it, of course, because she sucks at cooking. So what we did is that we actually filed a claim like, hey, we accidentally ruined this pot. It was pretty expensive. So we got the claim filed and everything, the pictures, we had to send pictures. It kind of gives you the step-by-step process on what they need to file the claim. And lo and behold, they reimbursed me that $130 for the pot. So if an airline wrongs you, or if your flight is super delayed, or you destroy something that you really bought that was expensive, these protections are for you. Now, my favorite protection on this list is going to be primary auto rental coverage, because whenever you rent a car out from like a rental car company, the insurance that they offer you is so expensive. I mean, it's going to be like $40 per day for that car. If you drove for like 5 days, that's like $200 extra. Basically, with auto rental coverage, you can just decline that and it's on the house from the Venture X card. So whenever you can, try to use these benefits and file that claim. So that is really everything that is useful with the Venture X card. If you followed all 8 steps, you will have absolutely maximized this card. There are other things that I didn't mention, like the prior subscription or the cultivis, but I really did try to look into them and they didn't really seem to give a lot of value. I think the main draws are going to be maximizing your points for business class flights, using that $300 travel credit wisely on either the lifestyle or the premier collection, and then price matching it to different prices you could find online, and just kind of using all the lounge access. Sharing lounge access is one of my favorite things about this card. My whole family can use the lounges now without me even being there to get them in, and they could just bring their friends in too. So it's really like a chain of lounge access that you can give to people with this card. So comment down below if I missed anything. I think the only thing I really missed was Capital One events. Like, I never really tried that out, to be honest, so I don't know much about it, but everything else I basically have tried out on this list and it worked. Now, if you want to know more about how to maximize the Amex Gold card, then make sure to watch this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you guys on the next one. Woo!